It's locked.
Oh, no worries.
Whoa. Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to create a teleportation effect using Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere. This is a fairly easy effect to achieve. You do have to pay attention to a couple of things though. The first thing that you need to do is you need to set up your shot using a tripod. Without a tripod, this effect will be way more complicated to achieve. So in the video that I created, I had my wife pretending that she was jumping through a window. So the first thing that I asked her to do was to pretend that she was gonna jump through the window and just do like a little jump on one side of the window. Once she did that, she exited through the door, and then she did exactly the same thing, pretending she was landing from the first jump outside of the window. Two things that you have to keep in mind is that if you have a second person in the shot, the second person needs to be completely still. She or he cannot move at all while the first person is exiting through the door and ready to do the second jump. If that person moves, that's gonna kill the effect. So having one person in the shot is definitely easier. That's less things that you have to worry about, but you can definitely do with a second person. You just have to be super careful. The second thing that you need to take care of is like make sure that everything that is in the frame is not moving. I made the mistake of shooting right next to the fish tank, and when I put both shots together, I didn't realize, I forgot that the fish were in the fish tank, so they were moving all over the place. So I had to mask that out to be able to make the effect work. At the end, it definitely worked out, but it was some extra work that I didn't really have to do if I would have paid attention to my shot in the first place. Once you're done getting your shot, you're gonna bring the footage into Adobe Premiere. You're gonna bring the first clip into the timeline. Then you're gonna make a cut right after the person makes the first jump. You can run a few frames forward and make sure that you cut right before the person starts to go back down after making the jump. Then you're gonna take the second shot and you're gonna make a cut right after the person makes the second jump and it starts to look like she's gonna land on the ground. So once you have those two shots together, you can see that the effect's already starting to work. In my case, I had the fish tank in the back, so once the cut was happening, you can see the fish moving in the back. So what I had to do is I had to send my footage into After Effects via dynamic link, and I duplicated my first shot, I extended it, and I masked out the fish tank. That way, the shot of the fish tank would be the same shot throughout the whole effect, and there wouldn't be any kind of like jump cuts in between the effect with the fish moving from one place to another place. So again, if you make sure that nothing else is moving in your shot, you won't have to worry about this. But if you run into these kind of troubles, then you can bring your footage into After Effects and mask out those imperfections. Once my footage was in After Effects and I had already fixed the fish tank, I decided to add a ripple effect to give it a little more of a teleportation kind of effect to sell the effect better. So I added an adjustment layer, then I added the ripple effect. The ripple effect basically creates this wavy kind of look on the footage. So I added it to the adjustment layer because I wanted the ripple effect just to be in a certain area during a certain time. So having the adjustment layer allowed me to create a mask around the area that I wanted the effect to be applied to. So once I had the effect applied, I animated the wave width and the height to create this effect as if she was affecting time and space as she was traveling through the window. You can make the effect look the way you want it to look, but I think if it's subtle, it just looks better. So once I was done applying the ripple effect and I was happy with the results, I added a fake camera movement. I'm not gonna show you exactly how to do it in this video because I did it on the video before, so if you wanna learn how to do it, check out that video. The link is right here somewhere. So once I added the fake camera movement, I brought everything back to Adobe Premiere and I decided to create a little bit of sound design to sell the effect even better. So I added a couple of sound effects, a little bit of mixing, a little bit of audio levels, and it definitely worked out really well. So using the same technique, you can create different scenarios.
Do you have the keys?
Oh,
Thanks.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this tutorial. I really had a blast creating these videos. I have a couple more coming up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Monday with a new video.